Hello. We have a game versus Dark Elves. I feel like I had one against Dark Elves recently. Oh, that's right, I did, and it was against a team that was actually kind of set up against Pro Elves. I mean, it was set up against Wood Elves, but it worked against us as well to some degree. So they're not very advanced yet. Already at 1270 though. How is that? I guess the movement. I guess the Witch is expensive. The Guard is a double. Huh. They've got the free reels and Apo. 3 wins though. So they've had a good run. Okay. Got 100k to spend on trying to kill us. Yeah, they really do, don't they? Elves struggle with getting high team value. I guess that's one advantage with Pro Elves. In some ways, they don't do that so much because of the cheap linemen. You play Chaos, and they had an issue with caging out with Strength 4 Chase. Yeah, it sounds like they just basically want you to let them win. But yeah, there's like, ultimately, spirit of the game arguments don't make any sense because, you know, this is what you have rules for. And if you're not breaking rules, if you're following the rules, then you're playing it right. Your style of play is up to you. I mean, stuff like stalling, I know people sometimes have a problem with that, and it's annoying if you get stalled against, but there's things you can do to punish stalling as well. So I feel like you're well within your rights to do those things. There's fouling. There's hang on, let me get set up here. They have tackle, they do not have tackle. You know, there's fouling. You can pressure the ball and try and get a lucky, you know, get it out of their grips, and then they can fail scoring. So there's all sorts of things you can do. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it is. I've had those conversations with people before, and you know, I think it can take a while for people. Stuff like fouling can take a while for people to get used to too. And there is this kind of sort of weirdly unwritten rule that turn 16 fouling is wrong, which absolutely, in fairness, isn't. You know, stuff like that. I mean, it's a choice, of course, but it's absolutely in the rules, and so absolutely fine to. Everything in the rules is fine to do. If it wasn't, it would be not in the rules, right? But it's tricky. But yeah, complaining about stalling is really just I don't like stalling. It's not. There's nothing to do with how the game's actually set up. It's just somebody disliking that set of rules. And you know, if you dislike it, you probably need to build a team that is good at dealing with stalling. Unfortunately. Well, like you say, make a rule. Make a rule. If you're a league commissioner, make a rule that says you can't stall. Interesting. Oh, I've got my movement 5 guy on. I should probably not have him on, but hey, if he's going to take some hits on the line, that's fine. We do have an extra player on them as well. What did they buy with their extra... They bought a bribe, okay. So maybe this is going to be a foul? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you know, there's parts of the game. He's gonna let that one go. Good decision. I guess I could put a little pressure on this. Or attempt to. That ain't great, is it? But I'm feeling like I should be sensible here. It's not a good reroll time. I don't want to go down from 2. It might try and surf this guy. Okay, he's not going to surf that guy. I think he was thinking about it though, because if he had pushed him here, could have brought this guy around. Would have needed a few guys to do it, but maybe worth it, honestly. And unfortunately it means we take another block here that we wouldn't want to. And he can foul this guy. So I suppose there's a couple downsides. Hate the way we play, and it's not fun to play against, so they'll be conceding to me each time we get paired up in a game. I mean, fair play if that's what they think is the answer. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but the thing is, if you don't play games with some degree of competitiveness and some degree of playing by the rules that are stated in it, it kind of loses all meaning. Yeah. Big foul coming up here. This is a downside to this situation, of course. Because sometimes I do try, you know, if we're playing board games or something, I'll try to, like, take my foot off the pedal, because I know you know, I think through playing a lot of games and playing a lot of Blood Bowl and such things, that helps hone your competitive edge, right? And so I think, you know, you kind of see stuff in other games where you can... Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is tactically, you can sometimes be ahead of people who don't play so many games. Oh, bribe used, that's nice. But when you play that way, it does kind of take some of the fun out of the game. Could cage dive this? It'd be a 5+, I guess. Which isn't bad. Oh, we got a 4. Oh, we got a 5. Just a push. Hey, Dweebear, how's it going? We're just discussing sort of playing against people who insist on, hey, you're not playing by the spirit of the game when you do stuff like stalling and whatnot, and how that is, oh, instant power. And how frustrating it is to play against somebody like that. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like it. The powers of doom. I wonder if he'll keep fouling. Okay, that's nice. Doesn't have the bribe, but might feel like it's worth it to press the numbers. I mean, in fairness, he's got 3 KOs already. Maybe I should have re-rolled our hit there and see if we could knock the ball out. Nice. I want to take an attempt at hitting this switch, but I feel like I know what's going to happen. Which is to say, nothing. So let's do this. Yeah, it's one of those things where you've got to get used to it, right? It is frustrating to play against for sure, but that's not to say it should be sort of outlawed from the game. Because it's obviously part and parcel, you know, it's obviously a valid strategy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. There's tactics against it. They don't always work, but you know, it seems unfair to expect somebody who has who's fought for an advantage on the field to basically throw that away and give you a chance to score back on them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you know, this is how miracles happen. So it's one of those things. That's interesting. Is... Okay. I guess this is going to be the cage. I feel like this guy got a little ahead of himself. I mean, you know, there's no denying that stalling's annoying, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't be done. Yeah. Yeah, should dwarfs just take it in 4 turns and let let the other team just run rampant on them? Hang on a second. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, you need to... It's gonna need a GFI as well. This is interesting. He needs to... What? Why are they giving me this? Okay, we'll go here. I mean, it does mean I have to base some of my players up. I think I'm actually going to pop this guy in here. Do you have dodge? You do, so you can run through there. I don't want to move too many guys here. Come on, give me a... Nope. Well, not punished. Sadly. I don't know what that was about, but I feel like we deserve to get the ball out there. Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many. Did he power us? He did not power us. If I could have a turn without powers here, that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, it's weird. There's like a... I've done that a few times. I get down the field too fast, and then I'm like, oh, now I don't know what to do with myself. Now I'm getting squashed into their end zone rather than my end zone, and you end up having to score early. So, you know, just pressuring can sometimes be enough. And I think oftentimes people do forget to just pressure. I wonder if he's just going to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just bought him. We have a spare player. I shouldn't echo that. I don't know why they made this so hard for themselves. I guess maybe they just wanted the extra hits and they figured, well, let's make the ball available. And, you know, that's... I mean, that's actually fine because he's movement 5. Was this all an elaborate lure? Because boys, it worked. Probably not going to take this one. Let's take this first. I just want to pow. Let's see. I guess we'll do this. This. So we've had 4 dice... No, hang on. 4 dice? 3 dice? 4 dice, because I re-rolled one of the times. We've had 4 dice on the ball here, and we haven't managed to get a pair yet. This would be an interesting chain. Somehow managed to push that into a 1 dice, though. Which is quite impressive. Ah, down he goes. Yeah, I don't feel like this is necessarily a stall, so much as just... I don't know what this is. Down we go. Do I go sideline to make it less foulable? No. I guess he is... I guess he is stalling. It's just a dangerous stall. Yeah. A sideline cage? Okay. It's going to need to be a good one, because we've got an ag 5 here. Yeah, accidental stall. Okay, that kind of gets you sorted. Yeah, I can't see a way to... I was trying to see if there was a way to chain somebody into here. And then blitz from here, but I don't see it. Very nice. Okay, okay. Ooh, I hate appoing this next game. Hey, when it works, it works. Well, it's been another one of those games. I feel like we've had a lot of those recently where just can't quite get things going. I guess it is a stall in fairness, you're right, because he totally could have gone in. So he is stalling, it was just a very dangerous stall. When he easily could have just caged it the whole way. Just got a movement 10 ag 4 skink. Oh no, that's disgusting. Sprint for the win, right? That one we're gonna apper. I want to try and win this game if we can. Is there any point in cage diving that? Okay, that makes it less exciting. Probably not. Yeah, no, I agree. I just mean next skill. I'm thinking ahead. Should we try and hit the witch, maybe, I guess? I mean, he's been rolling pairs all game, so there we go, yeah. I mean, I can't really complain there, can I? Okay, I can complain a little bit. Let's attempt to punish him for the stall, but maybe just get sent off. Okay, just a stun. Yeah, Agi with movement 10, I mean, you should be able to one stall a lot even with that. But I'm just thinking if he gets sprint as well, then he is a natural one turner with Agi 4. Which is ridiculous. Because, I mean, I know you can get elves like that, but because of Stunty. Is he still doing things here? What is going on? Okay, okay. For a moment, just for a moment, I thought he was going to try and stall to turn 9. No such luck. Yeah, I mean, how do you stop that madness? Okay, we've got 2 KOs back. This is better than we've been doing lately, so I'll take that. He has 1 send-off as well, so he's on 10. We are on 9 currently. It'd be interesting to see if he sets up to stop the 1-turner. I did save a reroll. I was good. Oh, it looks like he is kind of setting up for... Oh, I don't know. I mean, this makes it awkward for sure. Okay, so how would we go about this? Dodging through there is not great. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could, with the catcher, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. Hit this guy to here. Or do we just come in from here and knock it down into there and try and work it? It's awkward. That's probably the way to do it, though. Although it does have its downsides. Yeah. I don't know how easy or not this is gonna be. Or if it's even possible. Yeah. We'll give this a shot. I'm not sure. I've done 1-turners with this before, but this is a tricky setup to push through here, so... And I am the worst at predicting what is going on. Okay, that's a good start. Trying to work out if I should be here. I don't know. Sidestep would have been nice here, because I could have brought this guy up here, sidestep to here. Wonder if he has dodge on optional. I don't think we're going to do this, so I'm just going to hit this. He does use it. Okay, so he doesn't think I'm doing it either. So I've got to make that hit. So I need somebody here. I need another square of movement. This is probably the best way. And then you come around here. Come on, come on. Oh yeah! That's the first one of those I've done in a while. Woo! When I hit that 5+ dodge, I was like, oh, this is looking suddenly pretty on. This is Pro Elves here. Nerves of Steel for the win. I don't know what we rolled to catch, but yeah, no doubt in the world. Whew, okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Now things are looking a little better. Oh, that was intense. I'm sure there was a better way of doing that, but hey, I'll take it. No, it didn't have dodge. Yeah, I couldn't find a way to loop around without making sort of 3 or 4+, you know, like multiple 3+ dodges. I was trying it. It was one square short even with double GFIs, so I kind of felt in the end that the 5+ still had a reroll in the bag technically, so it felt like the 5+, 2+ was better than sort of 4+, 4+, 3+, 3+, 2+, 2+. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's kind of what I decided. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's get back in order here. Yeah, there was just sort of bad dodge options, it felt like. Did the catcher have dodge? I think it was a non-dodge catcher. I've only got the one dodge catcher, and that's the guy that was getting the ball, so he didn't. Yeah, I think so in the end, probably. Give or take. I don't need one of these guys on the line. I guess this one. I mean, maybe we'll still lose horribly, but that was pretty glorious. That was very fun. I think I'm okay with this. He does have a witch. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think maybe the right decision, but I also wonder if I could have set it up better. But hey, you know what? We made it. I'm all good. What was... We both got an extra reroll. That kind of benefits us. Yeah, I know. It feels like all the hard work you put in was for nothing. But you know what? The dodgy stall, although we were unable to make it pay at the time, we made it pay in the end. I don't think going for the stall was the wrong idea. I mean, totally the right idea. I just thought that the method was interesting. Should I have done that? I think it's okay. I suddenly was like, hang on, can she surf me into that? But no. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I should probably do the thing where we throw a catcher through and dance around in the backfield, shouldn't I? So we will consider that. So was their one-turn defense the right thing to do? That's the question. Like, what I mean by that was that the right way to do it. I would be curious to see how it would have gone if they had done the what I normally do these days, not through my own thinking, but from what I've seen other people do. The you know, banks of 4, and then you set up in front of them. I think I'd have had to make a lot more dodges at the end, so yeah. I think for the moment we're just gonna... Okay, so we could push somebody through theoretically here. Everything sounds weird. I wonder what that is. Okay, it sounds more normal now. It's sounding weird my end. Yeah, so if I hit this guy... it gives me a potential route through. I should cage that first. Left a gap on the... Yes, that's what I normally try and do. Okay, we'll send a couple of catches through and we'll pull them back if we need them. Obviously this isn't super safe as things stand. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like the columns. I like the columns and the spacing. That feels really awkward. Only downside to it is if they get a riot, it can screw you over, right? Because you're not protecting the sides. Like, I feel like the backline defense is better against the riot, but it is worse against the the one turn because you're only dodging through one line, right? So I like the columns one. And some you can potentially recover if you get a riot, because they're also set up on the side, like kind of next to you, right? Ooh, reroll gone. Definitely going to reroll that. I don't know if that's... maybe here. Yeah, I should have gone here. I am assuming he's going to blitz this one. Okay. So how are we looking? We got one down for us, one down for them currently, although... yeah, I suppose it depends if he pairs us here. There's no need to take this extra block. I suppose the only thing we get out of it is potentially positionally it could help us, because it's 3 guys that are stuck here, so we can kind of potentially push up to somewhere up here. Yeah, you see, it wasn't worth it. Really wasn't worth it. I mean, obviously, getting knocked off the field is a bit unlucky, but it's at the same time, it's also bad choices. That's interesting. I should have protected the ball here. Or moved it first or something. You could double GFI onto that ball. So I don't much like that. Nice. And when I say I don't much like that, I don't much like how I played that. Maybe this guy here would be better. Of course, he's got the movement 8 Witch, which means he could counter one turn us. It'd be an impressive game though if there's two successful one turns. I'm always surprised that people are willing to go for the blodge guy when there's a much easier... oh, interesting. Down to 2 rerolls already. I like that. You know, when he could just keep hitting this guy who's much more likely to get to fall over and break. Okay, okay. I have an idea about what I'm going to do, but we'll see. Let's see. Nope. Okay, just as well we got wrestle. Yeah, that's worth taking. Hey, we can roll pairs as well. Just a stun, but a stun is helpful. Hmm. Okay. Alright. I should probably be keeping one catcher next to the thrower, actually, in retrospect. I really liked how that turn should have gone. I wasn't expecting to knock this guy over, but I expected to knock this guy over and have a nice screen on this side. I expected to not need to use a reroll hitting with these guys. There are a few things that just did not work out how I'd planned. So this is going to be the blitz. Stun is kind of a pain. Could blitz here. Oh, but then I'd have to dodge off here. Could just 2-dice that. Dislike it. I think I have to blitz here. So you should get up. At any point, this could go horribly wrong, but that's kind of the... that's kind of the thing in this sort of style of play, right? Where you're trying to stall out. In this method. So again, this becomes super dodgy. Because I've got to make a 2-dice here and effectively pow him. And there's not a lot I can do before that. So again... yeah. Well, we could still turn this into a loss. We've rolled a lot of bad block dice. A lot of bad block dice. I actually thought about trying to give the ball and then just going and scoring. But I was like, I don't know. That kind of guarantees that it's going to be a tie. But it could very quickly turn into a loss if we're not careful here. And we haven't been careful. I think I... yeah, Yeah, actually, I probably wouldn't do that just because of all of the... Just because of the GFI and all that. But it does leave this guy free to get the ball and all that. Okay, saving grace, it's in a tackle zone and that guy is not stunned. And he did use a reroll. Downside, I mean, they're probably just going to come and get this ball. Although, I mean, how'd you come... Do you do like a 3+? This is why I don't trust 2 dices without block recently. They've not been treating me well. Every time I see people rolling them sort of casually, I'm like, okay. You have a lot more trust than I do. Is he planning on running somebody in here? I think maybe this guy is coming down over here. No, he's just making a block. Okay. You are just getting up. You are just getting up, despite what that means. Yeah, it's true. I don't like what I'm thinking of doing here. This is not good, obviously. Okay, that is good. Okay, we're still in this. That was a very precarious situation, and yeah. And I mean, the dodgy. Okay, there are a couple dodgy things there. A lot of that was 2+s. But one of the dodgy things was giving away like a intercept chance, right? And the other thing was the 3+ pickup. But I couldn't see a good way to use the blitz in a way that felt sensible. So that felt like the best sequence of possibilities. The 3+s were dodgy. The last dodge I hated, but I mean, it got him into safety if it worked, right? Did use all our rerolls, which is not good. Oh, re-rolling that. Okay. I want to hand off here because it's much safer here. It's just then what next? I think that's still what we do. I think what's next is a dodge around here and blitz out and try and come up the middle. Okay. It's not what you could call safe. But it's in an area of the field I like better. And he has to work out who he's going to commit to being a scoring threat here. Okay, he doesn't have to. Instant powers again! Somebody should... Why won't you save us? Oh, and it's not in a tackle zone. Okay, that's pretty bad. I was really hoping for no instant powers. Tell me about it. We did pay him the couple of times we actually hit his blodge guys, though, in fairness. But that just goes to further prove it, right? Why does this guy have the blitz symbol above his head? That's weird. Oh, what? I guess he thought he had the appropriate skill and didn't. So good news is no scoring threat for him. Yeah. Okay, so how do we do this? If I do this, I could clear this. He could come and dodge through, grab it, and throw it to him. Could actually do it with this guy. Which means I would need to do this first. Of course. Okay, tie it is. Always with the intercepts. Should I have... I mean, we didn't know that was going to be a 6. I probably should have done another GFI. Well, it's 2 more 2+s before another 2+, whereas that's a 2+, 2+. And that one has pass built in. I don't know. I mean, intercept is intercept, right? It's unfortunate. It's a bit sad to lose a game. I mean, to tie a game where we scored the 1-turner, but I suppose you could also argue that we'd have lost it if we hadn't, so... I think maybe this isn't fair, but I feel like we lost it on the 2 dice blocks that we kept having to reroll. Or in some cases we didn't reroll. I mean, I didn't sort of wildly reroll them. I rerolled them at points where it felt like rerolling was a sensible thing to do. But however you want to look at it, I feel like it was largely lost on that because we were having to try and just come back from that. I would kind of argue that this is... that was silly. I mean... I guess he makes him feel better, but surely getting SPP on from a throw would be better. But hey, he broke our thrower. So... boy. You gotta love Blood Bowl, man. Our thrower who MVP'd, no less. It's weird. I really feel like I'm in a place right now where things just like I'm having to fight really, really hard not to get anywhere. I guess, you know, you go through phases where things go well and things go poorly. But like that's definitely where I've been at with Blood Bowl lately. And you know, obviously it's a game where things change constantly. And every dice roll is a new dice roll. You missed the end. So they intercepted our pass, and then they broke our thrower. They went, instead of doing a vanity pass, they fouled our thrower, and yeah. That's basically what happened. I mean, you know, there's an argument that we just keep him. Strength 2 is bad for getting sacked, though. But he's not often getting sacked. That's an interesting quandary. Suppose dodge would be pertinent. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing the foul. I just think probably arguably you want to make the pass first because that benefits you. I know, there's the argument of, well, you could face him again, and that's valid. I don't mind the foul, but I think I might have done it after the vanity pass. Yeah, it's been a rough old season. Like, and when I say it's been a rough old season, like I'm including the Camry runs as well. Like, it just feel like regardless of what we do, we are not getting consistent results, and I mean, maybe it's partially how I'm playing. Maybe I'm just on a bit of a streak of not doing so well. Maybe on a streak of not playing so well. I'm not sure. It's interesting. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm fighting hard for getting a lot of stuff killed and losing on the last turn to unfortunate things. But I suppose you're right. He did misclick. He could have potentially won that. Although I'd also argue that he should have run somebody in scoring threat range first. I thought that one went. I thought I did all right there. Like, I feel like the stalling we did was also reasonably sensible. I suppose we could have stalled further back, but that's always a bit dangerous in case you get caught back there, right? I think the two dice, just the sheer number of, like, I mean, I guess we had some 1 in 9 blocks, and then we had some whatever the multiplier of that is from, rolling bad into bad, right? So I think that just kind of hurt us there. I think the positions we moved into and whatnot were probably okay. But there are probably arguments against that as well. I mean, that's kind of the game, isn't it? Like, is also not knowing what the right thing is until you do it. Like the pass at the end that the witch intercepted, I could have put an extra roll in there for me instead of the intercept roll. But then if I do that, if that does fail, then I potentially drop the ball in a worse place. And, I suppose there's a lot of factors to think about that make it so it's not quite as easy as, well, this is right and that's wrong. But yeah, keeps it interesting, keeps it painful. Definitely not the best run that we've had. The last this season, like those 3 teams. So let's have a quick look right at the end here, because I am going to go eat some dinner. So these guys have done pretty poorly. These guys that we were running earlier, 854, kind of a similar record, right? But a few more games played. The Wood Elves, I think we had a rough run with them too. Maybe it's not fair, but I kind of count that as a rough run. The Orcs, how did they do? I guess that's not bad, actually. Maybe I get a little down on the results more than I should. That's probably a factor, honestly. But this season at least has been painful because we obviously had the one, the Camry team before the Camry team that had an even worse result than that. So, and this is obviously pretty bad for Elves. I suppose at least it's only 2 losses. We've made a lot of draws out of it, but yeah, it's been a tough fight to get anything. Anyways, I will stop complaining there. It's easy to do when you have a game where you feel like, oh, I could have won that. Things gone a little differently. On the back of a few more like that as well, you kind of get into a pattern. Anyways, I am going to go eat some dinner. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Dweebeer, Cryo in chat. We did get the one turner, which that's always great, right? I mean, that is that's always very satisfying when it works. But yeah, have a good evening. Have a good day if you're watching the YouTubes. I will see you next time. I'll keep playing these guys because I do enjoy the team. You know, it's a lack of blockers hurting us. If this was Dark Elves, which I normally play, and kind of play in a roughly similar way, I'd have more block on the team by now, and so at least in this game, some of those problems wouldn't have happened. Although I also wouldn't have scored the one turn, so you know, swings and roundabouts. But yeah, I'll keep playing them because I don't think there's too long left in the season, and you know, Pearls do have their fun points. We did a lot of silly catches into tackle zones and use Nerves of Steel, so that's always fun. But yeah, have a good evening. See you soon. Bye for now.